So hi everybody, I just got back from the Painters Conference and I was walking the floor for 2 days going around to as many booths as I possibly could, trying to find fun vendors that you would love. Everything from paints to scrapbook to planners to cards, stamps, anything that's kind of in the crafty, anything that I would possibly show you or I might be interested in, bows, ribbons, that kind of stuff is what I went after. And so this is purely any of the swag I got for free walking around the booth. And there's more conferences to come. It's not like this is the last one. I went to the Dallas, but there's 3 more to come. So if you live in those areas, it's a pretty fun conference to go to. Now, some of these are very Texas-based companies, so in Phoenix, you may not get all the companies that I saw, because some of these are based right around Dallas area, so they may not make it to Phoenix. But some of them are some pretty corporate companies, so you never know. So let's get started. First of all, I got a bag from Michaels, so that's pretty sweet. They were passing these out at the very front, and I was able to pick one up. Next, I'm going to pull this down, and I'm going to start pulling things out for you guys. So Michaels was one of the very big corporate sponsors, and one of the things they did is that they're kind of pushing their new Michaels rewards. And so this perks program that for everybody, and if you filled out their rewards voucher at the very beginning when you first walked in, you got a free t-shirt. The only sizes they had left when I came through, because I didn't realize they were doing this, was 3XL. So I have a nice big whatever shirt now. Maybe I can turn it into something. Who knows? I can DIY this into my own something or other. I've had thoughts of playing with that idea. One of the other things that they had right at the very front of the screen is that they had this little pinners thing. They had a guy, and he's a really sweet guy too. He's from Australia. I don't think I remember his name, but he was a really nice guy. And he went through, and he is from plushphotopod.com. And he had this really cool photo booth where you went through, you did 3 photos, and you got to write this on the screen, and then it printed out for you, and then they emailed you, or you could Facebook it or whatever, the picture that was from there. So that is a really cool thing. It's a fun little memento that I got. So people are always passing out some pencils, and so this pencil came from Shop Carrie, and she's all about planners and recipes and stuff like that. So I picked up that little thing. So these next things that came out are all coming from Tombow. Now Tombow was passing out, and I just happened to get lucky and get 2 of these fun little samples. These are those adhesive runners that they have. These are their mono adhesive permanents. It's a little easy, little quick way to add some adhesive to projects if you're gluing paper to paper. I'm trying to get this little guy out of here. And they were passing these out left and right, and they have little drawings. Look how cute this is. So this is just a little baby one. There's not a whole lot of adhesive in here, but they were giving them out, and I was doing one thing and talking with somebody, and she handed me one, and then I sat down and did the make and take, and I got an extra one. So how cool is that? I got 2. Woohoo! So sometimes it pays to stick around a booth for a little bit longer, and they were passing those out freely. They also had a few tables sitting out there, and they had these really cool Dallas, these are postcards. These are really cool, and they have Tombow written on the back, and they had all these really cool designs from Tombow on here. And I was sitting down with a couple of the ladies that are from Tombow, and they were working in the booth later on in the day, and they were putting them on every table, and they put some of their really cool pencils on there. These are their watercolor pencils. There's a special name for them. They're not watercolor, but they're called anyway, they're really cool pencils. They're really expensive, but they're letting you playing with them. And I didn't want to spend too much time sitting there and coloring. I did a little bit. And then they said, please take as many as you want. Please feel free to take them. So I did. I partook. One of the ladies, her name is Jenny Garcia. She's really sweet. I've worked with her in the past. I was a guest designer for Tombow a couple years ago, and she and I sat down, and she was doing one of the make and takes where we were doing some watercolor techniques. And this is one where we took this and she did a whole class, and so there's a whole video coming on the class. There's a whole video of me just doing this card, and she was teaching me the basics to doing some early calligraphy with their Tombow dual brush pens, and then she went in and wrote this for me. So it was fabulous. But the watercolor technique we're going to talk about a little bit later, or I'm going to show some videos later about that. But this was the make and take they did on watercolor paper, and a really fun little kind of card you got to make. As I was walking around, I saw these out there too, and I have no idea what the company is. I think it was some barn dance Friday night, but it was such a cool little card. I love the look of this. It was just very, you know, bohemian looking, and I love the card, and I'm almost tempted to do something with it because it's just cool. I love it. One of the other booths I went to is called Brilliant Bowmaker. Now, this is one that you can't just go up to the booth and they're going to give you pieces. She was so sweet. She actually gave me one of these kits for sitting there and working with her. And we went together, and I have a whole series of, a whole video on her making these fun bows and showing you how to do them. And not just bows, how to do this fun flower, how to do a tassel, how to do a whole bunch of bows using her little fun bow maker kits. And this isn't the only one, but this is the beginning of them. So she did make me it looks like a little fun snowflake, and I can't find it. It must have fallen out of my bag at some point. I was in and out of my bag so many times with so much stuff, but unfortunately it may have just gotten lost in the shuffle, and that sucks. So I really want that thing, but it was using this template, so I think I'm going to try and make it myself, watching my video and going back and making the same thing. But it's a cute little bow, and it took her like 2 seconds to make this bow. And they were sitting there and running them, so if she goes to any of the other conferences, you can definitely hop in. So she is a little pink ladybug. A fantastic little bow system. I love that. And she gave me a cute little bow with a clip to give to my daughter. All right, the next thing I got was this, and I walked by the booth, and purely it was because I didn't have a pen, and I saw she had a whole cup full of pens. It's called Her Care. And I'm really sorry, I kind of abused you for getting a free pen, but the whole thing was about getting hormone therapy, and so they would go and they would check your hormone levels and see if you had any issues and see if they could help you. And in the process of me just saying hi, she all of a sudden handed me a bag full of stuff. So I got a koozie, I got some antibacterial, she gave me a free bag and a pen, which is what I really needed. But thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Not necessary, but it was very cool of you to just go ahead and hand me those items. The next place I went to was this calligraphy place, and she was a really sweet lady, and I have a video specifically about her place as well coming up eventually. So if you're ever interested in calligraphy, and it's always been kind of one of those, I wish I could write better and I wish I could learn better, and she does that. She teaches you how to write with calligraphy, with true calligraphy pen, and it's called Design Roots, and these are some of the little doodles that she has turned into tattoos that she was passing out to everybody. But I have a video of her stuff too, so that's coming up. So I got some cute little, I'll put those higher, easier to see, tattoos. Another random little doodad, as I was walking through one of the classrooms, I found a free brush. So, you know, I'm not going to pass up a very clean, obviously brand new foam brush. So, freebie. One of the classes I went to was sponsored by IKEA, and in the class she was talking about, we have candy, and they had a booth that was purely just for hanging out, chilling, relaxing, phone charging, and just, you know, then they were giving all the IKEA furniture away, which is fantastic. And so I walk in there and I said, where's your candy? And she didn't have anything sitting out. She goes, oh, hang on. She goes, you want some of that damn candy, right? Well, it's not, it's D-I-D-A-I-M, Diam, but it's pronounced more like damn candy. So I was like, yes, I'll have some damn candy, and this is all from IKEA. And it reminds me a little bit of a Heath bar. It's got a toffee center, so if you've got some issues with teeth, this may not be the best thing, but it was yummy, and it hit the spot when I needed a little piece of candy right then and there. Another booth I stopped in and talked to, and again I did another video on this one too, this is from Paper Pumpkin, and this is one of their cards that they do in their Paper Pumpkins from Stampin' Up kit. And so they gave us one of the previous cards that they had done, so I stood in there and did this fun little card. I videoed myself doing the card and what Paper Pumpkin is all about, and then I also went to one of their classes, and so you're going to see their class kit and some of the stuff from the class showing up in a video in a little bit. So that's another video yet to come. Another booth that I did a video on is all about the Latina crafter. She's a really sweet lady from Puerto Rico. And she's got a whole series of stamps that are all about faith-based stamps. Really cool. This was her little make and take, and she gave me a cute little button. And this is using the 365 Happy Planner stamp, so you could throw this into a planner, which is pretty cool. So she kind of teamed up with them for a little bit to play with the planner. And what she's all about is Latina. She even has stamps that are in Spanish, so that's pretty cool. And then they're all faith-based, so they're really, really cool stamps. And I have a video just on her booth and what her stuff is all about, so that's coming up soon. one more little thing I missed about her care that had to go with the pen and stuff, so that's also there. Another booth I went to is right up front with Michael's. This is the same place where I went and got the picture and got the t-shirt, and a lady was doing a demo on how to use all the fun pens that you can buy at Michael's, whether it be a Copic pen or some of the Faber-Castell big brush pens or small pit pens or some of their metallic pens, and she kind of goes through, and so I did a video on her as well, and she very nicely wrote my name on a leaf showing how well even a little silk leaf can take the metallic pens. That's pretty cool. Another booth I went to, and this is based here in Texas. This is Reverse Confetti, and Reverse Confetti, and again, there's another video. A lot of these booths that I went into that had make and takes, they were all crafty. That's really the booths that I kind of went to, with the exception of a couple. And I tried to do a video on each one so that way you could see what their product lines are all about. So this is right up my alley. They had die cuts and papers and stamps and the whole thing, and this was their sweet little make and take, and so they're called Reverse Confetti, and they were really nice people. I love them. And again, they're based here in Texas. Well, not almost all of them. I mean, Tombow's not, and a few other ones aren't. But you know, the Latina Crafters based in Texas, the Calligraphy ladies in Texas, the Reverse Confetti people are in Texas. I mean, it was really cool to see a lot of Texas-based companies. Another Texas-based company is called Big Mouth Scrappers, and they are in. I need to double check. This is their card. I have it off to the side. They're in Forney, Texas. So a lot of these are up near the Dallas area, but that's still cool that we have some stores and companies that are crafty-based here in Texas. That's awesome. The lady who owns the company for Big Mouth Scrappers has her own line of paint, and the paint is called Perfect Paints, and it's this very metallic, and then it has these there's also some textures that go along with it as well, and so we got to sit down and make this fun thing. I did get a video, and this was in one of the round tables just near her booth, and it was using some of her products from her store, and it was all about art journaling in your Bible, so Bible journaling. And so we went through and we did a fun, and I did do a video on this one about how I created this really cool Bible journal. And she said, unfortunately, we had to rip apart Bible so she could do a make and take to show us the technique that hopefully we would go home and do ourselves. That's pretty fun. So we did that. That was cool. This lady was a riot. This is called Tulips, almost like tulips like the flower, but it's tulips because they were all super snarky stamps. And so this is one of her stamps. Procrastinating. Definition: doing craft projects when you should be doing laundry, cleaning, or making dinner. Yeah, that's me. To a T. And so she had a cute little make and take for a card. She has a store, but she's based out of Wisconsin. And I don't think I could even remember the name of the town that it is in Wisconsin. It was such a weird Muskogee or something like that. I don't know Wisconsin well enough to know my area. Another place that was doing a little make and take, and all these make and takes were free. I did not pay a single thing for any one of these cards, tags, pages that I did. All of this was free with the exception of this one. This is the one that was given to me for free, but you would have to pay for it if you went. So this one is made by Create and Craft. This is a little TV, and hence the little card is made from a TV. They are a channel that is online. It's on your mobile device and DirecTV, Dish, and Roku. They're called Create and Craft, and they are they describe themselves as being like a home shopping network, but they have 24/7 tutorials about how to use the products that they're trying to sell to you. So it's not just a channel to sell stuff, it's also to educate you how to use the stuff that you may be buying, or if you already have it, you can go back and look at it. So one of the little things, they had 2 different tags that you could make, and I chose to do a Halloweeny one. The other one was very Valentine's Day lovey feeling, and they had stuff where we were die cutting, and this is foam, and I did get a lot of this on video. The tag was cut out, they had stamps, they had all, she says everything that's going on here is stuff that we sell, so that's pretty fun. So we did this one. This is the me and my big ideas, and their big new thing is doing the Create 365 Happy Planner. And they were doing a make and take where you could sit down, and they had a main page. So these are for the days that we were there. So if you had a planner and you wanted to make the page for when you were there, because we were there the Friday, Saturday, and then possibly Thursday. So they had all their fun little tags, and I did snag one of each. Every little one of the little post-it note things that they had, I stuck on here. I don't have their planner, but I was having fun. I figure I'd also bring them home and maybe use them for something else, and I don't know, we'll see where it goes. But they're really cute little post-it notes. I love them. And then they had a whole sticker line. So this one they made specifically for the pinners, to see how it says pinners. And they're one of the big sponsors for the whole entire event. So they made a sticker set specifically for anybody to put in their planner for the weekend. So I did have fun, and they had a whole bunch of pens and stuff out. And I didn't get a video of me making this, but I do have a video of the concept of the Happy Planner. So that's pretty cool, with one of the ladies who is in the company who does this, and she's kind of one of the founders. So it's pretty cool. So this is my haul. This is all the fun stuff that I got from my 2 days of walking around and checking things out. I got a whole other slew of stuff that I got, and you can check out that video. It's up in the corner, so take a look at the little iCard up there of the things I got from the night before, or the 2 nights before. So from Thursday night when we went to the party, there was some extra stuff that we got that night. And then I have a whole other video coming of things that I got from just going to classes, and some of them were free and some of them I paid for. Only one I paid for. Everything else was given to me for free for going to the class or because I did a video with them. You can get this. This is so much fun. So stay tuned, take a look at some of the other videos that are coming your way, and I will touch you again soon. Bye-bye. So I am so happy. I know I just finished with the video, but I'm doing a quick little amendment to the video. I found the fun little bow that the Pink Ladybug lady did for me. She made this super cute little bow for me, and it looks like a flower, or it can look like a snowflake. It's really cute, and it's using this one right here. It's called the Snap template. So I just wanted to add that in. So I found it. Yay! That's it. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.